Peace. It's Equality Fragrances coming to you from Prince George's County, Maryland. Welcome to my cipher. A cipher is a person, place, a thing within my circumference. The understanding of my cipher is peace. For all those new to the channel and those who have been supporting me since day one, I humbly appreciate all your support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you be notified when I drop some new videos. All of that goes a long way in helping the channel grow. If you have any questions for me, don't forget to follow me on IG. A link will be in the description. Send me an inbox message. I tend to answer all my inbox messages as long as you're following me. So with that being said, come on in, sit down, and let's build. Today, I'll be doing a full review on a very special fragrance that was recently released within the fragrance community. This fragrance was worked on by two pillars of the community, and that's Redbrook and his best friend, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Now, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover has recently passed away, and the company who they was working with, he was working on this fragrance for 2 years and was expecting it to come out this year. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to see it released into the public. Redbrook, along with the company, made a conscious decision to release the bottle, which is Redbrook Parfums Underground Edition, and put it on a limited run. Now, there's only going to be 1,000 bottles made, and as of today, the fragrance is sold out. But I'm still going to do a full review, one, in the event that they come out with the fragrance and re-release it, or two, you're in a Facebook group and you see somebody selling it, you kind of have to ask yourself, is it worth it or should I pick it up? So that's why I'm going to do the full review on this fragrance. Other than that, we're going to go over a quick presentation, kind of what you get, and we'll go from there. What you're going to get with your presentation is a box that says Redbrook Parfums Underground Edition. Has the 3.4 mLs eau de parfum and 100 mLs over there. In the back has the whole flammable information. You're going to open the box up like so. You can get a nice card in here, and on the card you're gonna get some nice words, which I'm sure was worked on with the company and Steven, and then you will get what number you have, which I have 411 out of 1,000. The box is gonna set within, the bottle's gonna set within the box like this, and it's nice and sturdy. With the bottle, you have this matte black finish, gold lettering, aluminum like gold top with plastic inside. It's pretty sturdy. It's something that's not gonna, I wouldn't pick up from the top at all, but it's on there sturdy, like it's just not gonna fall off. So that's a good touch. And in the bottom, you also have some information. That is your presentation on the fragrance. Let me spray it on skin to be reminded to open it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first sprayed this on, I ain't really care for the fragrance, the opening, that much. It took me a while to kind of appreciate the opening, and I'll explain to you why that is. So, what you get in the opening when you first smell it, you get this beautiful, bright, succulent tangerine accord. Imagine going to the grocery store and getting the most ripe tangerines you can find, and you eat about 5 of them, you peeling them, and then if you smell your hands afterwards, like every time you bite into it, the juice is all over the place. That's the kind of tangerine note or feel you're going to get with this particular fragrance. It is absolutely beautiful, and I don't know many other fragrances that use tangerine as a really dominant note. I can't think of one off the top of my head. So that's a great thing, right? Where you start getting this clean yet alcoholic, like I got this aftershave kind of vibe. And that's coming from the ginger. The ginger, the pink pepper, and the seaweed it's creating this almost, it smells like it's an EDT, like a lot of alcohol is coming off. It smelled like a really good aftershave is what it smelled like. And as I smelled it more, I started getting this feel for like juniper berry. Juniper berry isn't listed, but I was like, juniper berry has to be in this. Or if it's not, it's coming from those three notes, creating a juniper berry kind of accord. So I'm getting this almost alcohol tangerine kind of feel to it. Now, what did that also remind me of? Oddly enough, because I have recently bought me a bottle, it reminded me of Cîroc's Summer Citrus. A little bit. It reminded me of it. And this smells beautiful. I don't really like the taste of this as much. I like the Summer Colada, which is the white bottle, a little bit more. But you get that mandarin, you get some tangerine in there, a lot of citruses, and of course the alcohol vibe. So that, I was getting this aftershave, almost alcoholic vibe. Now, what helped all of that was the earthiness, the dirtiness and the earthiness of the patchouli. It really grounded everything that was going on up top. It grounded it in a very good way. So if you're familiar with fragrances like Terre de Hermes, the EDT, you know how people call that the dirty orange? This has a little bit of dirty, like a little dirty, earthy tangerine. It's very earthy. And along with that vetiver, it's just very woody, earthy light fragrance with this bright zinginess of everything going up top with the succulent tangerine. Very solid, right? As this settles down, that sweetness comes in a little bit more, but it's not like crazy sweet, right? But it's just a little sweetness, which is coming from the vanilla and the chocolate. To me, neither one of those two particular notes overly stand out. I'm sure if I sprayed it on paper, I would probably pick up on those more. But y'all know my pet peeve when it comes to fragrance reviewers who test and explain to you how things test on paper. Skin is not paper. Therefore, I've been burnt one too many times by fragrance reviewers who say something smelled on paper and then I put it on skin and it was like not there, and it annoyed me. So that's just a pet peeve of mine. If I see you putting it on paper, I'll probably turn the video off. But that's never here nor there. That's just my own little rant. You get that sweetness, and I believe that chocolate is blending really well with the patchouli, so it adds to the earthiness patchouli, and we all know patchouli can be a little chocolatey. Like if you think of fragrances like Javoy Psychedelic and things of that. So that chocolate, it doesn't stand out, but it's there. Like if you hunt for it in the air, what you will get smelling it and experiencing the air is bright tangerine citrus. It's a little clean. I don't really want to say soapy, but it has a cleanliness to it, and it's a little earthy and woody. That's what and a little sweet from the vanilla stuff in the background. That's pretty much the makeup of what this fragrance is. What kind of person, how would I feel about this fragrance? To me, this is a fragrance for the established and distinguished man. I'm talking about somebody probably 36 and up. This is, a person who has PTOs and stock options. This smells like the big city. I can imagine, like, if you're a banker in DC, Chicago, New York, and you're at those unnecessary 10 a.m. team meetings that could have been done via email, and y'all are going over things, kind of what the room would smell like. Because this fragrance isn't like Dior Sauvage and Ambroxan where people can smell you across the way. It sits relatively moderate. The skin leaves a pretty good scent trail. Depending on how you're walking by people and where you spray it at, you'll leave a nice little scent trail. And somebody will be like, oh man, like if your name's Bob, they'd be like, oh, I think Bob must have just been in here, because this is his business signature scent. That's how I would see this fragrance, as a business signature scent. Business casual to business is all I would see. I wouldn't wear this fragrance at night, me personally. I don't see this fragrance. First of all, wear your fragrance whenever you like, however you feel. Forget all the hype, right? But for me, I don't see this as a date scent. I wouldn't wear this on a date. I wouldn't wear this at night. I wouldn't wear this going to the bar. Like, I would wear something else. This, if anything, would be more of a, you're leaving work and going to the happy hour. Or more or less, you work in corporate America and you go to one of those networking conferences, right? Where you're learning new things. And after the conference, you're meeting up with all the people at the conference. They don't took their ties off. They got the tickets where you can get your alcohol, and they got some finger foods in there, and you can walk around to the different vendor booths and learn about the different options and stuff that they can provide your company. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this fragrance. It smells like a big city. It's just a distinguished and established gentleman. It's a good scent. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do I give it? I give it a 7.5 out of 10. We'll see what happens in the fall, because I believe in the fall or autumn, depending on what you want to call it, I believe this would, because of that earthiness and that dirtiness, I believe in that woodiness is going to really stand out in that particular season. But you can wear this. You can wear this all 4 seasons. You can wear this fragrance all 4 seasons easily. It's an easy work. Like, you going to work, easy. This is one like you can keep in your drawer at work and just spray it on when you need to spray it on. It's just one of those kind of scents. It's easy to wear. It's not something that's going to be too daring. But is it mass appealing? No, I don't think it's a mass appealing scent. Well, how do I see mass appealing? I think there's mass appealing to me and crowd pleasing. To me, I view those differently. That's my opinion. Mass appealing to me is if 90% of men or women walked into a mall and the seller said, hey, come over here and smell this. 90% of those people would probably want to buy that fragrance. Even if they had the money, they would buy it or want to buy it. To me, that's something that's extremely mass appealing. Crowd pleasing means if I walk into a crowd of people, no one's going to say I smell like fecal. You know, you know, you like you stink. You know what I mean? We smell like cigarette butts and bull balls. You know what I mean? Be like, oh, it's artistic. It smells like cigarette butts and bull balls. To each his own. Not my cup of tea. I like smelling good, right? I like looking good, feeling good, smelling good. So, to me, it has a very crowd pleasing. You can walk in any crowd, no one's going to say you smell bad. I also don't think everybody's going to go out and just buy this because it's a great fragrance, you know? So that's my overall feels for this particular fragrance, my full in-depth review of it. It's a good fragrance. A very good release. I think something Carlos would be proud of. And that's how I feel about it. So with that being said, if you own this fragrance, leave your comments down below. Tell me your experience with this fragrance. If you're thinking about getting it, leave your comments down below. Y'all know how we do. And I appreciate all you all for your kind words. I'm going to leave you the way I greeted you. And that's in universal language of peace.